French Revolutionary Art, the role of art in the French Revolution. The French Revolution greatly altered the artistic atmosphere of France. However, art also played a major role in shaping the course of the Revolution. The French Revolution had three major phases: the liberal phase, radical phase, and Napoleonic phase. The liberal phase began in 1789 and included events such as the tennis court oath and the storming of the Bastille, which resulted in the establishment of a constitutional monarchy and the granting of rights to citizens through the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen. The radical phase took a drastic turn as a republic was created. This was led by the Committee of Public Safety, who started the Reign of Terror in 1794. The Napoleonic phase began with a coup d'etat staged by Napoleon, who was then elected to be the first consul. He established himself as dictator and eventually assumed the role of emperor. This marked the end of the French Revolution, but not of its consequences, as France's government and art scene was irrevocably changed. Jacques-Louis David. David was a renowned neoclassical artist who played an important role in French revolutionary art and politics. Many of his artworks served to inspire revolutionaries to fight and to encourage loyalty to the state. He was part of the radical Jacobin group headed by Robespierre, and by 1793 had taken control of art in France. He was arrested twice because of his ties to Robespierre, but he made a dramatic re-entry to the art scene in 1799. He was then installed as a government painter for Napoleon until the ruler's downfall in 1815, at which point David was exiled to Brussels. Eugène Delacroix. Delacroix's artworks are considered to be the epitome of French Romantic art, similar to how David's are the epitome of French neoclassical art. Delacroix received a very good education, first at the Lycée Impérial in Paris, and then at Pierre Guérin's studio, after which he was accepted to the L'École des Beaux-Arts. He typically painted contemporary scenes based on the world events surrounding him. He focused on the emotions and meaning behind an event, rather than attempting to create perfect proportion and balance. The Oath of the Horatii. David's The Oath of the Horatii is the perfect example of neoclassical artwork. In addition to the classical theme of the painting is the technique, which includes strong lines, muted colors, and implied lines. The inorganic, straight lines of the tiles and walls are mirrored in the stances of the four men, which serve to highlight their strength. The sight lines of the four men in the foreground and the young boy to the right, as well as the implied lines the pointing hands create, brings the focus of the scene to the three swords, which is also where the vanishing point is. All of these elements are used to accentuate the meaning of the painting. This scene shows the Horatii sons swearing to protect Rome. David chose to show the moment that they took the oath rather than the battle itself, which shows the painting's intended connotation of loyalty to the state and country. This artwork is often associated with the French Revolution because of its revolutionary undertones, which seem to urge the viewer to fight and protect their country. It can be interpreted as a rallying cry to call to French revolutionaries and by embodying their dedication and sacrifice. The Tennis Court Oath. This artwork is an incomplete rendering of the Tennis Court Oath, which was the event that truly started the French Revolution. The Parliament and the Jacobin Club commissioned David to recreate the scene in order to immortalize the moment that they swore to create a better system of government. Similar to the Oath of the Horatii, implied lines bring the focus of the image to the center figure, Jean Bailly, who is the one administering the oath. David purposely made Bailly's eyes the center of the artwork in order to convey the symbolic message of the painting. Bailly is looking directly at the viewer, and by doing so seems to transmit the energy, emotions, and beliefs of the crowd surrounding him onto the viewer like a conduit. David's dramatic representation of this event effectively conveys the fervor of the assembly, which calls all of the viewers to join in the revolution. Liberty leading the people. Delacroix's painting is clearly a scene of revolution, as an army of makeshift soldiers is led towards the battle by a symbol of liberty and freedom. This is a romantic-style artwork, so it focuses on the emotion of the event rather than artistic precision. This emotion immerses the viewer and allows them to imagine what the battle would actually feel like. The varying social classes that are present in the scene add to the sympathetic feeling, as everyone who sees it could identify with at least one of the figures. The woman holding the French flag acts much like Bailly does in the Tennis Court Oath, as she both rallies everyone around her and represents the general feelings of the crowd. Like David's paintings, this artwork seems like a message to the viewer that invites everyone to join in the revolution. Revolutionary art. Despite these artworks being created at different times, having separate styles, and focusing on different events, the purpose and meaning of each one is very similar. They are all associated with loyalty, revolution, and patriotism. Each painting is meant to inspire the viewer and give them an example of strong leaders, which is significant in the context of the French Revolution and the Revolution of 1830. These artworks were made to rally French revolutionaries and spread the core values of the French Revolution: liberty, equality, and fraternity. Thank you for watching.